I think of all the things you've recorded, and we've said there's only one thing in the first two records that I didn't go for, and that was the title song for the second record, 6587. The Way I Feel. I liked it better the first time around.
You liked it on the first album.
Yeah, but outside of that, I said, you know, this guy can't put a foot wrong. You know,
Yeah.
He doesn't write a clumsy lyric. And we, when Gentle on My Mind was hot, I said it sounds like a second line Lightfoot song. And except that Lightfoot couldn't write some of those verses in there because he wouldn't be.
Well, I think I was sitting in a hotel room in northern Alberta, and we were just sort of goofing around in the afternoon, and we came up with some ideas for The Way I Feel, and thought that it might make a single. So that's what we were trying to do with that.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I know, you know, like we all try that from time to time, you know. That's the way it goes.
I think you got.
I try and be as honest as I can. Black Day in July was a statement that, well, I mean, it's more or less a situation, you know, which is should be commented on, you know.
Yes, it should, and essentially
they were going to put out Boss Man was going to be the one, and I said that I'd like to wait for a while on that one. But it's a good song. It's I don't know if it's going to be if the teeny boppers are going to buy it, but it doesn't matter. It's something that has to be said.
You had to say, right? Well, we were just saying that we felt that Pussy Willow's Cattail could just as easily be an A-side. I don't see why everything that they pick for an A-side has to be something up.
Some people are playing Pussy Willow's Cattail, especially up in Canada. As a matter of fact, they're playing both sides in Montreal. It's kind of weird. We enjoy quite a bit of success up in Canada, you know.
Listen, let me ask you, because I've heard all kinds of things. Hamilton Camp, we were talking about you to Hamilton.
Don't tell me you had him in here. Was he in?
Not tonight, no.
But he's been in, eh?
Oh, we got about 8 hours of tape of Hamilton doing his new material on the show, and from that, this record happened.
Is he out here now?
He's out here now, and he's opening opposite you at the Pasadena Ice House.
We'll have to.
And I said, you know, it's a mutual admiration society, obviously, because you did Pride of Man on the first record.
Yeah.
And he said, you know, I said, how is Lightfoot in performance? He says, beautiful. He says, but Lord, he's God up there. He's Frank Sinatra. He's a whole business in Canada.
Well, we got together.
You do a TV show up there, don't you?
Well, I used to, but I got out of it because it was getting to be a drag, you know, having to do a show every week. So I just sort of came out of it.
And where do you work most of the year up until now?
In the United States?
No, just period.
Well, of course, we work right across Canada, you know, from Vancouver to St. John, Newfoundland, and we cover all the little small places and the big places, and we did about 65 concerts last year. That's in Canada. We do quite a bit of work down here, but it's a little slower happening because the market's bigger. We play Boston. We're going to play New York in June, and this is the first time out here.
Concert or club date?
These are club dates. We have a couple of concerts.
We're going to play in New York.
I think I got one in Elmira, New York.
Oh, right? Right next to the prison.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
played over in England a couple of times, and, you know.
Yeah, how?
I spend most of my time writing, or as much time as I can.
Yeah, well, we get the results of that, thank goodness. I'm sure we just get the part of the iceberg that's above the surface. I guess for every song you've recorded, you've written it in 20, right?
I'm all ready to cut number 4 now.
Will you?
I went to England. I went to England and wrote 16 songs last week. Wrote the whole album, plus about 20 poems because I'm writing a volume of poetry too.
Why should Rod McKeown sell all the poems? Yeah, well, you know, this is part of the family too. Rod's.
I'd like to meet him too. You know.
Well, you're going to have to catch him on the fly because I think he's got an even more stringent concert schedule than you have. This guy just doesn't slow down.
I know.
And you know, there's a whole thing in Life which I missed about him.
I read that.
But do you realize that right now this guy is the best-selling poet probably in history?
Yeah.
And you know, Shakespeare, Keats, Shelley, Byron, you know, Wordsworth. The Bible. Well, the Bible, I guess, outsells him, but that's about it.
I think he's not that far out that he doesn't reach.
Oh, I think he reaches a core of loneliness that's in an awful lot of people. Mm-hmm. That ships that pass in the night kind of thing, and that search.
That's where it's at.
Yeah. And speaking of, look, we'll play stuff tomorrow night. We'll play stuff. We've played, I think, a total of. excuse me, of. about 3 hours of Lightfoot in the last 5 days, so we can have music. We can't have you all the time. The engagement at the Troubadour, which will be tomorrow through Sunday, and that's it, kids. If you don't get in there,
I'm sure they appreciate it too at the Troubadour.
What? Oh, well,
It's a good thing.
it's well. I was about to tell you that on March the 1st, Doug Weston said all of a sudden this deluge came in, you know, of reservations for your engagement. So I guess that's our people, and various and sundry of the faithful have called up and said, "What night you going down?" I said, "Every night." And
I hope we're going to see you over there.
oh yeah, I'll be over for the party tomorrow, and I'll be over for the last show tomorrow night.
Good.
Because I get off this thing at 11. You go on about 11:30 for the last show.
Right.
And you got good company. You got Hearts and Flowers. They make music.
That's good.
Uh,
They got a tight little country bag, I understand.
oh yeah, I love it when they do country.
Yeah.
But these songs, for instance, songs like Softly, Minor Ballad, Canadian Railroad Trilogy, Peaceful Waters, which I think are pretty noble statements, all things told. How long did it take you to write?
Well, you know, some of them, you mean like particular songs, you know, some of them
Come
take
easy.
days, you know, and some of them, you know, just a short time.
Yeah.
I think the most prolific time I've had was when I was in England last week. I just rode around on trains all week. I went up to Edinburgh and down to Bournemouth and just traveled back and forth. And,
What's the weather like over there now? Wet?
It was quite agreeable, as a matter of fact. When I was there, I think I hit it a good time.
That's beautiful.
But the plumbers were still at it, though, in the hotels. You know, you always get that when you're trying to sleep.
Dong, bang, bang.
There's
right?
always, you can always be sure of there's going to be a plumber somewhere, you know, like banging on a pipe somewhere, but, you know, you don't mind.
Right, so you sit up and write songs, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Kind
Kind of adds meter to your life, you might say.
I'd love to get a taste. You don't have anything that you could just pick a chorus of on Denny's guitar, do you?
Oh, my heavens. Where is that guitar? I don't know if I got it. Is it in tune?
I hope so. Denny usually plays it that way. This is KRHM Los Angeles. Eddie, can we swipe a couple seconds?
Sure.
Fine. Eddie Baxter and Comedy and Jazz will be coming up after the news and after Lightfoot. We got to get one song.
Have you got a capo?
All right, we'll scratch the news.
Yeah, it's on the
Arthur Godfrey attachments on the.
Oh,
On
right,
strap.
right, okay. Well, just before I go, that's a beautiful guitar.
Yeah, well, that was made right here in Los Angeles by Pilo Delgado in the Candelas Guitar Shop. I had an idea that they could make a better guitar than Martin could and charge less for it.
Is that one for sale?
No, but he'll make you one if you like it.
This is in concert now, is it? Nope.
Oh, well.
I wrote a song about Ronald Reagan. I sure wish I knew the words.
Not illegal yet.
On the bitter green she walked the hills above the town, echoed to her footsteps as soft as eider down, waiting for her master to kiss away her tears, waiting through the years. Bitter green they called her, walking in the sun, loving everyone that she met. Bitter green they called her, waiting in the sun, waiting for someone to take her home. Some say he was a sailor who sailed upon the sea. Some say he was a prisoner, never was set free. Lost upon the ocean, he died there in the mist, dreaming of a kiss. Bitter green they called her, walking in the sun, loving everyone that she met. Bitter green they called her, watching in the sun, waiting for someone to take her home. But now the bitter green is gone, the hills have turned to rust. There comes a weary stranger, his tears fall in the dust, waiting by the churchyard in the autumn mist, dreaming of a kiss. Bitter green, they called her, walking in the sun, loving everyone that she met. Bitter green, they called her, watching in the sun, waiting for someone to take her home.
All right, that's Charlie. Can we get a single on that before the week's out? Oh boy, that's beautiful. I think that'd be a hit. I really do.
God, you kind of caught me off guard there.
Yes, I realize I did, and
Really
it's
good.
not fair, but I'm awful glad I did it. This is the young man that I've stuck my neck out and said is the best singer that I've heard come out of anything in the folk, pop, or rock field in yea these many years. The best singer, and he writes at least as well as he sings, and that's